After a long night's rest, Juniper, a druid, wakes up in her bedroom to see a long and narrow streak of golden morning sun rays filling her ceiling and bedroom. Suddenly, she hears her mom from the kitchen. Sweetie, it's time to wake up and help with breakfast. Your little sister, Rowan, has an award ceremony today at the community hall. Maybe you'll see some of your old friends from school there, her mom shouted. Juniper immediately thought, gosh, I really don't want to go to that. I really understand how she I don't really understand how she keeps getting all of these awards and recognition. I just don't really see the talent. Sweetie, usually you're awake by now, Mom shouted. Okay, Mom, I'll be there in a minute. I must get dressed first, Juniper replied. Juniper then rolls out of her bed, throws on her housewares. Then she walks out of her bedroom, down the hall, and into the dining room and kitchen area. As soon as she turns the corner, she sees her dad sitting in the dining room, cleaning some tools, and her two younger siblings, Rowan and Ivy, were helping their mom in the kitchen making breakfast. With a sarcastic tone, her dad exclaims, well, 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 look who finally decided to roll out of bed. Juniper rolls her eyes. Good morning, sweetie, Mom says with excitement. Juniper, in a half-asleep kind of way, shuffles over to the dining table and sits across from her dad. Junie, why are you always so hard on yourself so often? Alan, Juniper's dad, asks. In a groggy way, Juniper responds, do you want me to be honest, Dad? Just as Alan starts to drink her first cup of coffee for the day, Debbie says, be careful, honey. Everything just came off the stove and is piping hot. Just because I know how to cure wounds doesn't mean I want to. Alan then proceeds to set down his mug and eat his breakfast first instead. As Juniper picks up her fork to break the yolks of her eggs, Alan asks, what's been going on with you, Junie? You've been not yourself the past few days. Your mother and I have noticed that you've been off. Alan's presence starts to grow with concern and worry while Debbie finishes putting together plates for Rowan and Ivy, Juniper's two younger sisters. Juniper then looks up at her dad and says, yeah, I'm okay. I think I pushed myself too much during training again. Junie, how many times have we talked about this? Alan replied. Honey, it's fine. She knows her limits. She hasn't gotten hurt yet, Debbie adds. Juniper then replies, I know, Dad. I'm really trying to get better and stronger like Rowan and Ivy. Alan then replies with some confusion. How do you mean? It sounds like you are comparing yourself to your sisters again. Why? Can we talk about this after we eat, please? I'm still waking up some, Juniper says. Junie, can we talk? Junie, why can't you just tell me what's going on? Alan is starting to fill with some confusion and concern. Alan and Debbie then looked at each other. No words were exchanged, but there was a shared expression of worry between them. After everyone finishes up their meal, Juniper is the first one to get up and start cleaning up. Debbie says with haste, Junie, we will clean up when we get home from the ceremony. Right now we have only 30 minutes to get to town hall. Juniper glances at the huge dark wood grandfather clock in the next room, and it shows the time of 9:32 a.m. Okay, everyone, let's get to the horse and cart. It's time to go. I hate to be late, Alan says hastily. As everyone gets to the cart while Alan prepares the horse, Juniper's mind starts to wander and notice how nice the weather is on this day. Then she starts to daydream. As Alan finishes tending to the horse to pull the wagon, he looks up and notices Juniper, staring off into nothingness. Junie? Alan tries to grasp Juniper's attention. She's too distracted to give a response. Juniper, your father is talking to you, Debbie says. Huh? Oh, sorry, looks like I decided to daydream again, Juniper replies. Alan's voice starts to fill with slight worry. I know you like daydreaming. You have been doing it more and more often lately. Is there something you would like to tell us? We are your parents. You can trust us, Debbie says. No, I don't think I'm quite ready to talk about it yet. Just don't have the right words for it. Juniper is filled with anxiety. Debbie then replies, Whenever you are ready, dear, we will be more than happy to listen. We love you dearly. Junie, we are still going to worry until then, Ellen says. Juniper quickly makes the realization that she will have to talk to her parents about all of her doubts that she has been having about herself. Ellen then mentions that it's time to get to City Hall, or Town Hall. After some time passes, the family finally gets to their destination as the bell tower rings. Rowan makes the announcement. Finally, we are here. Debbie chimes in. I'm glad we aren't late. As everyone starts to unload from the wagon, Juniper suddenly rolls her eyes. When Juniper and her family walk through the front door, there are a few open chairs towards the middle of the audience. Rowan and Ivy quickly walk over and sit, shortly followed by the rest of her family. After a few short minutes, one of the teachers walks on the stage in front of everyone. Then she announces, Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention please? The low rumble of the crowd settles and everyone pays close attention. She then continues, We will now begin with the awarding of our top, most talented students from each class in every category. Juniper quickly drifts off into another daydream about what her future might look like. After about 30 minutes or so, she then drifts back in, just in time to see her sister, Rowan, win the Most Improved Award of her class. One of the teachers walks out onto the stage and announces, For the last award, I would like to invite all the students from each class on the stage, please. Dozens and dozens of students quickly flood the stage in an orderly manner. This final category is titled the Elite Club, or TEC for short. This category will induct the student who achieved not only the top of the class, but outperformed all of the other students in the rest of the school, the teacher explains. After a dramatic pause, the teacher then announces Ivy to be the next student to be in the Elite Club, and everyone cheers and roars in excitement. Shortly after the ceremony is dismissed, everyone floods the reception hall for the afterglow. As Juniper trails behind her family, the first thing she notices is the table filled with delicious snacks and savory beverages. Shortly after walking in, Ivy spots an open table as she points and says, Look guys, over there. As the family starts to make their way to the open table, Rowan and Ivy quickly get distracted by some of their friends by the snack table. Hey Rowan, Ivy, come sit with us, one of their friends yells from across the room. After everyone settles in their tables, the live band starts to play. People start dancing and laughing loudly. The afterglow goes well into the evening. As the night winds down and everyone starts to clean up and leave, Juniper informs her parents that she is ready to have a conversation with them. Alan replies, Don't you think it can wait till morning? We're all very tired. Alright, fine. It can wait till morning, Juniper says with a bit of a sigh. Early the next morning, as the morning golden hour strikes again, Juniper slowly opens her eyes, rubs her face, and starts to wake up. She then proceeds to say to herself, "Man, I don't think I slept well. My back is a bit stiff." Alan hears Juniper starting to shuffle about her bedroom. "Junie? Is that you? Wasn't there something you wanted to talk about?" "Oh, yeah, Dad. I'm just waking up. I'll be there in a minute." Juniper replies in a tired way. After Juniper collects herself, she slowly shuffles out of her bedroom, down the hall, and into the dining room. The first thing she notices is her parents, Debbie and Alan, already sitting at the table. Alan with his black coffee, and Debbie with her home brewed tea. Before she shuffles over and sits down, she thinks, "This might take a while." "Good morning, kiddo. Ready to talk?" her dad says in a low toned, patient voice. "Yeah, I'm ready," Juniper says with some anxiousness. There was a short pause before Debbie says, "All right then, go for it. We are only here to support you. You know that. The last few years, I've been really struggling with growing and getting better with my natural abilities and strengths. It seems like Rowan and Ivy, I'm not really sure what to do. It seems like Rowan and Ivy have been growing exponentially better than I have, and I'm not really sure what to do." Juniper's voice starts to fill with frustration and a touch of sadness. "Oh, Junie, please don't be so hard on yourself. You still have a ton of potential." Debbie tries to be encouraging. "Maybe it's the way that you are being taught is different than how you learn," Alan says. "Yeah, maybe. Maybe I need to leave and start learning on my own. I have a lot. I have learned a lot as it is already. I think I should start applying what I've learned into the real world. An adventure sounds kind of fun, honestly." Juniper replies as she is trying to stay positive. "Are you sure going out on your own is a good idea?" Debbie says. "Yeah, I think so. It's been most of what I've been thinking about the past good while. I feel like this is something that needs to happen," Juniper replies. Alan chimes in. "How about this? If you are still wanting to go off on your own by tomorrow afternoon, then we won't stop you. You are old enough to be out on your own anyways. Just know we will always be here to support you, no matter what." "That sounds fair. I think I can get behind that," Debbie says in agreement. "Yeah, I think I can agree with that too. After breakfast is finished, I need to go clear my head and get my thoughts straight and go for a walk," Juniper says. "Alright. Oh, alright then. Please don't forget your bag, shield, and scimitar," Debbie reminds Juniper. "I will make sure to bring everything just in case if it helps make you feel better. I don't think I will be out for too long," Juniper says. Juniper then proceeds to stand up and go down the hall, collect all of her things that she might need. Before she enters the hallway, she partially turns and says, "Thanks, Mom and Dad, for listening and worrying about me. I really appreciate it. I love you guys." Alan then replies, "Of course, Junie, we love you dearly. Just please think hard about this. We'd hate to see anything bad happen to you." Juniper then moves swiftly down the hall to collect her bag, sickle, and shield, and scimitar before setting off on her morning routine.